Yeah, within our societies, within our nations, everybody comes from particular families. Several families form a community, and several communities form societies and nations, and even the globe. Uh, within those niches that we live, we have values that a particular society considers important, while others are not considered as vices. Like I have here some of the virtues that are expected within the society. We have one, assertiveness. That is, being assertive means being positive and confident. You are aware that you are a worthy person with your own special gifts. You think for yourself and express your own ideas. You know what you stand for and what you won't stand for. You expect respect. That is a virtue. Another one is caring. Caring is giving love and attention to people and things that matter to you. When you care about people, you help them. You do a careful job, giving your very best effort. You treat people and things gently and respectfully. Caring makes the world a safer place. Then cleanliness is also another virtue, which means washing often, keeping your body clean and wearing clean clothes. It is putting into your body and your mind only the things that keep you healthy. It is staying free from harmful drugs. It is cleaning up mistakes and making a fresh start. Then we have commitment, which is caring deeply about something or someone. It is deciding carefully what you want to do, then giving it 100%, holding nothing back. You give your all to a friendship, a task, or something you believe in. You finish what you start. You keep your promises. That is commitment. Then we also have compassion, which is an understanding and caring when someone is hurt or troubled. Even if you do not know them, it is wanting to help. Even if all you can do is listen and say kind words. You forgive mistakes. You are a friend when someone needs a friend. Then confidence. This is having faith in someone. Self-confidence is trusting that you have what it takes to handle whatever happens. You feel sure of yourself and enjoy trying new things without letting doubts or fear hold you back. When you have confidence in others, you rely on them. Consideration. Consideration is being thoughtful of other people and their feelings. You consider how your actions affect them. You pay careful attention to what others like and don't like, and do things that give them happiness. Cooperation is working together and sharing the load. When we cooperate, we join with others to do things that cannot be done alone. We are willing to follow the rules which keep everyone safe and happy. Together we can accomplish great things. Then courage is bravery. In the face of fear, you do the right things even when it is hard or scary. When you are courageous, you don't give up. You try new things. You admit mistakes. Courage is the strength in your heart. Then courtesy is being polite and having good manners. When you speak and act courteously, you give others a feeling of being valued and respected. Give people pleasantly. Bring courtesy home. your family needs it most of all. Courtesy helps life to go smoothly. We have creativity, which is the power of imagination. It is discovering your own special talents, dare to see things in a new ways and find different ways to solve problems. With your creativity, you can bring something new into the world. Then we have detachment, which is an experiencing your feelings without allowing your feelings to control you. Instead of just reacting with a detachment, you are free to choose how you will act. You use thinking and feeling together so you can make smart choices. Determination is your focus, your energy and efforts on a task and stick with it until it is finished. Determination is using your willpower to do something when it isn't easy. You are determined to meet your goals even when it is hard or you are being tested. With determination, we make our dreams come true. Diligence is working hard and doing your absolute best. You take special care about doing things step by step. Diligence is and helps you to get things done with excellence and enthusiasm. Diligence leads to success. Then enthusiasm is being cheerful, happy, and full of spirit. It is doing something wholeheartedly and eagerly. When you are enthusiastic, you have a positive attitude. Enthusiasm is being inspired. Excellence is doing your best, giving careful attention to every task and every relationship. Excellence is effort guided by the noble purpose. It is a desire for perfection. The perfection of the seed comes in the fruit. When you practice excellence, you bring your gift to fruition. Excellence is the key to success. Then flexibility is being open to change. You consider others' ideas and feelings and don't insist on your own way. Flexibility gives you creative new ways to get things done. You get rid of bad habits and learn new ones. Flexibility helps you to keep changing for the better. Forgiveness. Being forgiving is giving someone another chance after they have done something wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. Instead of revenge, make amends. Forgive yourself too. Instead of feeling hopeless after a mistake, decide to act differently and have faith that you can change. Then friendliness is being a friend through good times and bad. You take an interest in other people and make them feel welcomed. You share your belongings, your time, and yourself. Friendliness is the best cure for loneliness. Generosity is another one, which is giving and sharing. You share freely, not with the idea of receiving something in return. You find ways to give others happiness and give just for the joy of giving. Generosity is one of the best ways to show love and friendship. Gentleness is moving wisely, touching softly, holding carefully, speaking quietly, and thinking kindly when you feel mad or hurt. Use your self-control. Instead of harming someone, talk things out peacefully. you are making the world a safer and gentle place. Helpfulness is being of service to others, doing thoughtful things that make a difference in their lives. Offer your help without wanting to be asked. Ask for help when you need it. When we help each other, we get more done. We make our lives easier. Honesty is being truthful and sincere. It is important because it builds trust. When people are honest, they can be relied on not to lie, cheat, or steal. Being honest means that you accept yourself as you are. When you are open and trustworthy, others can believe in you. Honor is another one, which is living by the virtues, showing great respect for yourself, other people, and the rules you live by. When you are honorable, you keep your word. You do the right things regardless of what others are doing. Honor is a path to integrity. Humility, being humble, is considering others as important as yourself. You are thoughtful of their needs and willing to be of service. You don't expect others or yourself to be perfect. You learn from your mistakes. When you do great things, humility reminds you to be thankful instead of boastful. Idealism. When you have ideals, you really care about what is right and meaningful in life. You follow your beliefs. You don't just accept things the way they are. You make a difference. Idealists dare to have big dreams and then act as if they are possible. Then integrity is living by your highest values. It is being honest and sincere. Integrity helps you to listen to your conscience, to do the right thing, and to tell the truth. You act with integrity when your words and actions match. Integrity gives you self-respect and a peaceful heart. Joyfulness is also another virtue, which is the inner sense of peace and happiness. You appreciate the gifts each day brings. Without joyfulness, when the fun stops, our happiness stops. Joy can carry us through the hard times, even when we are feeling very sad. Joy gives us wings to fly. Justice. Practicing justice is being fair. It is solving problems so everyone wins. You don't prejudice or prejudge. You see people as individuals. You don't accept it when someone acts like a bully, cheats, or lies. Being a champion of justice takes courage. Sometimes when you stand for justice, you stand alone. Kindness is showing you care, doing some good to make life better for others. Be thoughtful about people's needs. Show love and compassion to someone who is sad or needs your help. When you are tempted to be cruel, to criticize or tease, decide to be kind instead. Then love. Love is a special feeling that fills your heart. You show love in a smile, a kind word, a thoughtful act, or a hug. Love is treating people and things with care and kindness because they mean so much to you. Love is contagious. It keeps spreading. Loyalty is staying true to someone. It is standing up for something you believe in without wavering. It is being faithful to your family, your country, your school, your friends, or ideals. When the going gets tough as well as when things are good, with loyalty, you build a relationship that lasts forever. Moderation is creating a healthy balance in your life between work and play, rest and exercise. You don't overdo or get swept away by the things you like. You use your self-discipline to take charge of your life and your time. Modesty is having self-respect. When you value yourself with quiet pride, you accept praise with humility and gratitude. Modesty is being comfortable with yourself and setting healthy boundaries about your body and your privacy. Orderliness is being neat and living with a sense of harmony. You are organized and you know where things are when you need them. Solve problems step by step instead of going in circles. Order around you creates order inside you. It gives you peace of mind. Patience. Patience is quiet hope and trust that things will turn out right. You wait without complaining. You are tolerant and accepting of difficult mistakes. You picture the end in the beginning and persevere to meet your goals. Patience is commitment to the future. Peacefulness is being calm inside. Take time for daily reflection and gratitude. Solve conflicts so everyone wins. Be a peacemaker. Peace is giving up the love of power for the power of love. Peace is in the world begins with peace in your heart. Perseverance is also another virtue, which is being steadfast and persistent. You commit to your goals and overcome obstacles, no matter how long it takes. When you persevere, you don't give up. You keep going like a strong ship in a storm. You don't become battered or blown off the course. You just ride the waves. Purposefulness is being or having a clear focus. Begin with the vision of what you want to accomplish and concentrate on your goals. Do one thing at a time without scattering your energies. Some people let things happen. When you are purposeful, you make things happen. Reliability is also another virtue. Reliability means that others can depend on you. You keep your commitments and give your best to every job. You are responsible. Other people can relax knowing things are in your reliable hands. Then respect. We show respect by speaking and acting with courtesy. We treat others with dignity and honor the rules of our family, school, and nation. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Responsibility. Being responsible means others can trust you to do things with excellence. You accept accountability for your actions. When you make a mistake, you offer amends instead of excuses. Responsibility is the ability to respond ably and to make smart choices. Then self-discipline. This means self-control. It is doing what you really want to do, rather than being tossed around by your feelings. Like a leaf in the wind. You act instead of react. You get things done in an orderly and efficient way. With self-discipline, you take charge of yourself. Another virtue is service, which is giving others, making a difference in their lives. You consider their needs as important as your own. Be helpful without waiting to be asked. Do every job with excellency. When you act with the spirit of service, you can change the world. Another one is tact, which is telling the truth. Kindly considerate of how your word affect others' feelings. Think before you speak, knowing what is better left unsaid. When you are tactful, others find it easier to hear what you have to say. Tact builds bridges. Thankfulness is being grateful of what we have. It is an attitude of gratitude for learning, loving and being appreciated. The little things that happen around you and within you every day. Think positively. Thankfulness brings commitment. Tolerance is another virtue, which is being tolerant is accepting differences. You don't expect others to think, look, speak, or act just like you. You are free to prejudice, knowing that all people have feelings, needs, hopes, and dreams. Tolerance is also accepting things you wish were different with patience and flexibility. Trust is having faith in someone or something. It is a positive attitude about life. You are confident that the right thing will happen without trying to control it or make it happen. Even when difficult things happen, trust helps us to find a gift or a lesson in it. Then trustworthiness. Trustworthiness is being worth of trust. People can count on you to do your best. You keep your word and to follow through on your commitments. You do what you say you will do. Trustworthiness is a key to success in anything you do. Then trustfulness, which is the actions. You don't tell lies even to defend yourself. Don't listen to gossip or prejudice. See the truth for yourself. Don't try to be more than you are to impress others. Be yourself, your true self. Understanding is using your mind to think clearly. Paying careful attention to see the meaning of things. An understanding mind gives you insights and wonderful ideas. An understanding heart gives you empathy and compassion for others. Understanding is the power to think and learn, and also to care. Last but not least is unity. It helps us work and live together peacefully. We feel connected with each other and all living things. We value the specialness of each person as a gift, not as a reason to fight or be scared. With unity, we accomplish more together than any of one of us could do alone. These are some of the virtues, and we have more of them. And as I said earlier, we come from families that form communities, which form societies, that form nations, and the world. and we are bound to live together as humanity. We, as a people, have different or variation in ages. We have the old, the youth, the children, and even the unborn. And these virtues form what we call morals within our societies. And these morals are transferred from one generation to the other. And that's why I want to talk about the intergenerational relay of morality, the passing on of these morals, these virtues, accepted virtues within societies from one generation to the other. But along the way, you may realize that a certain generation might have gotten the wrong morals, the unexpected virtues within the society. So I'll also talk about the causes of the transfer of wrong morals and strategies for correction from philosophical and psychological perspective, both in Africa and globally. And therefore, morality is a set of accepted principles that govern behavior, is a cornerstone of societal cohesion, individual integrity, and communal harmony. It is transmitted across generations, shaping the values and norms and behaviors of societies. This process, often referred to as intergenerational relay of morality, ensures the continuity of cultural identity and social stability. However, in the recent times, many societies, both in Africa and globally, are grappling with the alarming spread of wrong morals, values and behaviors that undermine social order, promote corruption, violence, and unethical conduct. These include dishonesty, greed, disrespect, intolerance, and other antisocial behaviors. These are what we refer to as vices. And therefore, this phenomenon raises critical questions. One, why are wrong morals being transferred across generations? Two, what are the causes? And three, more importantly, how can societies correct this trajectory? Therefore, the concept of morality and its transmission. Morality is rooted in societal norms, religious teachings, cultural practices, and philosophical doctrines. It guides individuals to distinguish right from wrong and fosters social harmony. Therefore, the intergenerational relay involves parents, religious teachings, that is elders, educators, community leaders, transmitting moral values to children and youth, shaping their worldview and behavior. Key mechanisms of moral transmission include 1. Formal education, 2. Family upbringing, 3. Religious teachings, 4. Cultural rituals, and 5. Media and social networks. The effectiveness of this relay is crucial. When it falters or is corrupted, societies risk the moral decay. The causes of the transfer of wrong morals. One is the breakdown of traditional and cultural norms. And what are the causes of the breakdown of these traditional and cultural norms? 1. Rapid urbanization and globalization that erode traditional moral frameworks. Then we have westernization and neo-colonial influences that dilute indigenous values. Then we have erosion of respect for elders and authority. What are the impacts? It causes loss of moral anchors within the society, and it also causes adoption of materialistic and individualistic values that undermine communal morals. Number 2 is family disintegration and parenting challenges. And their causes are breakdown of the nuclear family due to divorce, migration, and economic pressures, lack of parental guidance, discipline and moral education, and exposure to negative peer influences. The impact is children lack moral role models. And 2, it impacts into increased likelihood of adopting antisocial behaviors, because the parental disintegration might have led to separation of parents, and therefore children may be guided by one parent or grandparent or a guardian who may not observe the values as expected of the child. Then we have media and social influences, and this is caused by exposure to violence, sexualized and materialistic content. Then social media promoting superficiality, consumerism, and unethical practices. Then cyberbullying, fake news, and moral relativism. It impacts into desensitization of moral acts and normalization of unethical behaviors. Because the behaviors are unethical, but because they are in the media, it appears to be normal. 4 is economic and social political factors that are caused by 1, poverty and unemployment leading to desperation, corruption, nepotism, and lack of accountability in leadership, impunity, and weak rule of law, which impact into normalization of greed, dishonesty, and exploitation. Also, erosion of trust and social cohesion. And number 5, we have educational system and lack of moral education that is caused by focus on academic achievement over the moral and character education. Then lack of emphasis on ethics, that is civic responsibility and life skills, inadequate teacher training and moral instructions that impact to youth lack of moral compass and social responsibility, and also it may impact into transferring of role morals. We have the impacts of a generation getting the wrong morals. 1 is social decay, increased crime, corruption and violence, erosion of trust, diminished social capital and community cohesion, economic decline, unethical practices that undermine the fair trade and investment, political instability, leaders promoting nepotism and corruption to erode democracy, loss of cultural identity, diminished respect for indigenous values. Then we have the philosophical perspective on morality and its transfer. 1, that is African philosophy. We have the Ubuntu philosophy that is central to many African cultures. Ubuntu emphasizes communal harmony, compassion, respect, and shared morality. I am because we are. That is the philosophy. And causes of wrong morals is disconnection from Ubuntu due to urbanization and individualism. Also due to erosion of communal values leading to selfishness and greed, and correction strategies are to reinforce community-based moral teachings and promote indigenous proverbs, stories, and rituals that emphasizes Ubuntu. Then traditional ethics is a respect for elders, ancestors, and communal decision-making. And the cause of decline is displacement of traditional authority. Correction is to revive cultural practices that emphasizes moral education. Then we have the Western philosophy, the Kantian ethics, that emphasizes duty, universal moral laws, and respect for persons. Causes of wrong morals is moral relativism, lack of duty consciousness, and the correction is to foster moral reasoning and universal principles. Then we also have utilitarianism that focuses on greatest good for the greatest number. And this is caused by self-interest and short-term gains. Correction is to promote moral education, which emphasizes societal being. Number 3 is psychological perspective. That is cognitive development theories. Moral development occurs through stages: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. And causes of moral decline is premature jump to low stages due to environment. And the correction is moral education be aligned with the developmental stages. Then we have social learning theory, where moral behaviors are learned through observation and imitation. And the cause is exposure to immoral models. And the correction is promote positive role models and reinforcement of ethical behavior. Moral disintegration is the justification of unethical acts through cognitive mechanisms. The causes of this is environment that normalize or justify the wrong morals. And correction is foster moral engagement and accountability. Strategies to correct the transfer of wrong morals is by strengthening the moral education through incorporate ethics, civic responsibility, and social emotional learning into the curriculum. Use storytelling, proverbs, and cultural narratives to reinforce the indigenous morals. Then promote community-based moral workshops. 2 is reinforcing family and community roles by 1, parent training programs on moral guidance and discipline. The majority of parents maybe not know the virtues that are expected or morals that they are expected to transfer to their children. Community dialogues to revive shared values. Then engage elders and religious leaders as moral custodians. Though some of the elders and religious leaders are not pro-morals or pro-morality. Then we have promoting positive role models by highlighting stories of morally upright leaders and youth. Use media campaigns to showcase integrity, honesty, and service. Then 4 is media and technology. They also need to regulate content promoting ethics. Use social media for moral awareness campaigns. Then encourage youth-led moral movements. Number 5 is policy and institutional reforms by enforcing laws against corruption, violence, and child abuse. then supporting institutions, promoting civic and moral education, then foster partnership among government and civil societies, and equally the private sector. Then cultivating a culture of reflection and dialogue, where schools and churches and community centers to facilitate moral discussions, promote critical thinking on moral dilemmas, addressing socioeconomic roots by reducing poverty and inequality, promote employment and social justice, and strengthen governance and accountability. Lessons from like Kenya and the world, we have one, Kenya national values and principles of governance and that emphasize the integrity and lawfulness. The Kenya moral education curriculum, which aims to instill the virtues. The challenges include corruption, tribalism, and urban drift. Strategies to curb this is community dialogues, leadership training, and youth mentorship programs. Then globally, we have Finland comprehensive civic education that fosters strong moral values, and Singapore strict laws and societal discipline that promote integrity. We have South Korea's emphasis on Confucian values and education that emphasizes respect and filial piety. In a nutshell, therefore, the intergenerational relay of morality is vital for societal stability and progress. The transfer of wrong morals results from complex socio-cultural, economic, and psychological causes threatening social cohesion and development. Addressing this requires a holistic approach rooted in philosophy, psychology, culture, and policy. By revitalizing indigenous values, promoting moral education, fostering role models, and addressing socioeconomic roots, societies, both in Africa and worldwide, can guide future generations towards ethical behavior, social harmony, and sustainable growth. The transformation being with us, collectively nurturing a culture of integrity, compassion, and responsibility that transcends generations. We are bound to live together. We are bound to understand that the current generation should pass or relay the moral values to the coming generation. But we must understand the nature of the morals we are transferring. Otherwise, we may think we are transferring morals when we are transferring vices or wrong doings in our society. We need to encourage one another to learn, to be updated of the morals within the society that are accepted within the society, nationally, continentally, and globally. Thank you.